So I'm bringing this up. This will be the card that Troy hopes to get out extremely early and probably extremely late. Hangerback Walker is one of the main cards in his deck.
Absolutely. Hangerback's great. Insole, I think, is what he wants to get early. He wants to put that on a Dark Steel because you can't deal with that well. I don't know. It's just a pain in the butt. Like, if he gets turn 2 Dark Steel Insole,
that is pretty interesting.
And then flyers are going to be a big problem for TJ also.
Do you think this is main deck, or is it a sideboard? I know some lists are running both.
I like it as a main board. Personally, I think Thopters Spy Network is a great main board card. But a lot of these decks are playing it inside. And I think that comes down to where it's more aggro than it is control.
Right. And there's beautiful promo languages being distributed. Do you know, is Troy running Thopter Spy Network main or side?
I want to say it's main, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if it was sideboarded, where Thopters have become more of an aggro build than control. You see blue-white Thopters play it.
3 inside.
3 in sideboards, yeah. I know main board.
You see blue-white play it as a main board card. It's... Huh?
Thopter Control is beautiful.
It is.
I like Thopter Control a lot.
Troy hitting the board.
Was that not the worst? Bryce, I have been downing Dr. Peppers and grape pop and hot sauce, and I still have that. Like that oniony nastiness.
So this is the card for the deck, right?
Yeah, I think Insole on Citadel is what makes the difference.
Now, what would he have in main, TJ, to handle that? Anything at all? I mean, out of...
Yeah, TJ's playing Jeskai tokens. So, what is it?
Is that one Harbinger of Tides?
Harbinger or Harbinger or whatever it's called. Yeah, but I don't think he has it, main board.
I think he did sideboard, TJ did.
Clash of Wills? Clash of Wills could deal with it.
Does he have Erase?
Erase for sure.
I mean, Clash of Wills or Erase. So we'll have to see what sideboard he goes with. I mean, I think this is a very hard matchup for TJ. Definitely game 1, unless Troy has to mulligan down.
Yeah.
And then I think it swings to TJ's favor.
Yeah.
Because of just being able to...
We'll see. Troy in the past has been stubborn about mulliganing. At times.
And that's not a bad thing with a deck like this, with a low cost.
Yeah.
I mean, I think as long as you have a Dark Steel and a Blue Mana and Insole, you don't care what your other cards are.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I've played against Troy enough times that whenever I do beat him, it's because game 3 he goes for a really sketchy keep.
Yeah.
And it's a swing and a miss.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, there are times when he doesn't want to mulligan. And he's gotten better about it recently.
He has.
Don't get me wrong.
I mean, I was that way. I used to just put cards in and not take cards out.
Yeah.
And I have changed that. But, you know, sometimes it's hard to make the decision. Going up 1, if it's a 1-drop, is okay. But past that, it's really bad, I've learned.
TJ could be running both existent switch deals with both Insole and Thopter.
So they are drawing the hands. I do see some Scrylands in TJ's hand. Not much more of that from the angle he is at. I do see a Seeker, I believe. Cannot see anything in Troy's hand right now. And Troy does mulligan.
Yeah.
He is going down to 6. It looks like TJ's sort of already agitated. He seems really nervous. His glasses on the table, real But I mean, you know, if Troy did, they did have a match earlier, he sort of knows what's coming game one.
I don't know if he's agitated or if he's just wiping something out of his head.
I don't like agitated the game, but I'm just saying he's already had this matchup. You know, not the best matchup for him. He's probably, you know, concerned about how game one's going to go. You know.
Yeah, what did that game finish? Was that a 2-1?
2-0.
2-0? Okay.
Right. So I mean, he's just more concerned. I want to have Troy move the dice onto the counter so we can see the live totals.
So, Lovins, I don't think anybody knew Hanger Backwalker is good. Initially. No, I'm kidding. Hanger Backwalker is awesome. And the fact that it started out as a $2 rare still blows my mind.
I don't think anybody thought it was going to be good in Standard. I think everybody thought it was going to be a modern card when it first released, and then it started picking up steam as they released more of the Thopters and the Artifact builds.
It reminds me of a card like Solemn Simulacrum, where it's a great card, and at first people are like, yeah, it can fit in just about anything, but what's it going to be really good in? And then it's really good in something, and they're like, oh, wow.
And that's always a good turn one.
Yeah, turn one goes Fireblade.
And playing, and off the Darksteel.
Yeah.
So he could have it.
Yeah, this could be the big start that we talked about for Troy. I don't know. It's one of those things that you just don't really get to come back from. Wow. Okay, so we see an Ornithopter equipped with Ghost Fireblade.
Yes, and a pass. He got
no
one
other
lander,
lands.
which he did mull to 6, so...
Yeah, we see at least one Scryland, a Flooded Strand in TJ's hand. Is that a mountain, I believe? And
I do know there's a Seeker of the Way.
The Triland
Yes.
in hand also?
Is that a Ghost Fireblade?
Yes,
Yes,
it's
one
a
Ornithopter.
Ghost Fire on Thopter. What?
It's not Thopter, it's Thopter.
Oh, well. Things could be worse.
No.
I mean, maybe we just need to get Meadows in here and take your spot for a while.
I wouldn't
You get a little bit tired.
Yeah.
I think we both are. We did this till, what, 2 this morning, and then we were bad to
Whatever.
work at 9, and you was up at early as well.
Yeah, I was up early for softball. Like 3.5 hours of sleep is what
That's
I'm rolling
about,
off of.
I'm
so.
not, I'm maybe 4, and there is the Seeker.
Hey, there's hot sauce.
So we will see what Troy's going to do here.
Jumanji, I don't believe you won any games.
Against soccer?
He swings.
That's a Springleaf drum up top.
Springleaf? Okay. So the swing was for... So he's down to 17. I forgot to trigger the fetch there. TJ plays the scry. And
Anthony. Hush.
and that was a dragon fodder for the
Yep.
trigger and swing for 3. We'll see what Troy does here. Still, it's not actually.
TJ gains off of the prowess trigger also.
Yes. So he's back to 20.
We see. Could be another Ghost Fireblade.
Oh, what was that? In Soul. Or was it Ghost Fireblade?
Another Ghost Fireblade, I believe. No, Insult. I
Yes.
apologize.
So did he swing for 5?
No, he tapped the Springleaf Drum and the Thopter to make blue mana.
Oh,
half
okay.
the dark steel.
So it's just on there without able to swing with it. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Now TJ's looking at his hand going, huh, what am I going to do here?
I mean, I see 3 lands in his hand. So that is 2 cards that we don't know. 3 cards we do not know.
Real quick, Prairie Dog, I see your question. Okay. We will have you an answer typed out in the chat, man. Thanks for your question, though. Let's see here.
I mean, he has a lot of lands in hand.
Yeah, which isn't a bad thing.
So he does another
Yeah, another Dragon Fodder.
Convoke
Stoke.
into Stoke.
Trigger Prowess again. What will be at least 4 damage coming through.
Yes, and he has something else. We just missed it.
Wild Slash.
Yeah, so he's swinging for 5.
Yeah, so there's 2 more and 5.
So it'll put Troy at 6.
Yep.
And that was a very, very aggressive and quick turn there.
And these are the kind of turns that this tokens deck is known for. It's known for just going off out of nowhere.
And there's the Scry. I think he only has lands in hand now.
The Scry should help him with that.
Yes.
But we will see. He does have lethal on board. Unless Troy can do something. Okay. He's going to pass and sit back with a blocker.
I mean, I top deck Stoke gets it.
Well, it's a top deck anything.
He drew another land, I think. No, he did not.
The,
Or did he?
I don't believe it was. I thought it was a treasure cruise.
I mean, I guess that does get you there. He's at 24.
Well, it'll be close. Right now, Troy does have a blocker. We will see what happens if I was correct, if that is a treasure cruise. We'll see what comes out of that.
He would hope for a Ascendancy and a instant. Would be what he would prefer to get off this.
Yeah.
Trigger all of the 1/1s up to 2/2s.
Yep, it looks like this will be a treasure cruise.
Well, he doesn't have the mana to do both now.
I don't think he's looking for that as much as he is a quick burn. If
Yes.
he picks up quick burn,
Yeah.
it's finished. C3 Stoke
Yep.
to the face. and
No, he blew up the creature.
No.
It wasn't.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Is that one of Stoke's abilities?
No, he played Stoke. He played Charm.
Oh, okay. That's what it was. My bad. I apologize for that.
Everybody's getting land issues this year.
Yeah. So I believe Jeskai Charm.
Jeskai Charm. He would have put the Thopter on top of the library.
Yes.
I don't think it mattered which one he chose. He could have chose any of them and still got there.
So we're going to reset the life counters here. Get the match updated. So that is TJ ahead 1 match. Here.
And so I guess that's one of TJ's answers for the early Thopter. Or not Thopter, the early Insole that we see there.
In case you guys are not familiar with the Jeskai Charm, it has all the abilities is great. Target creature on top of owner's library, 4 damage to opponent, or creatures you control get +1/+1 and lifelink. So any of those would have done it.
Yeah, and that card is great for this deck because of how versatile it is. I mean, you're pumping out goblin tokens consistently, and so being able to give them +1/+1 and lifelink is, greatly beneficial. Putting target creature on top of its owner's library. Decks that we've seen played here. 1, Thopters with an Insole. If it's on a Citadel, you can't destroy it, but you can toss it on top of their library and know that they're going to draw a land and not something that they could need. Also, last night we saw Heroic Hydras. If you can get that off and toss a Mana Gorger Hydra back to the top of their library, to where it's not a gigantic beat stick of a creature, yeah, it'll get bigger and it will go away. And then 4 damage to the face. 4 damage to the face.
Yeah.
Can't really be mad about that one either.
It's a Burrow's Charm that costs 1 more in standard with blue.
Yeah. It's great. It is an absolutely wonderful
Which
card.
we did not get to see the Heroic Hydra deck. I guess Brian is playing tomorrow, going for the Matt then.
No repeats tonight, unfortunately.
What time is tomorrow's tournament, Bryce? 4? So be here at 4 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, for those who are wondering, 4 o'clock tomorrow will be game day here once again. We will, still have a sweet Sword of the Animist playmat to give out. We will have Languish tokens to give out, or not tokens, Languish promos to give out. The worst version of Reclamation Sage to give out. Full arts of that. I can't remember what it's called. 4/4 for 5. Huh?
It's about him. We'll look it up.
Something Conclave. Also, may end up cracking some more packs or something.
We'll see how-
Standard tomorrow, yes. Game day will be standard tomorrow also, Lovins.
Game day is always the set. I'm surprised there was rumors that it was going to be a Modern Masters game day, which would have been awesome. I don't know why they didn't. Participation would have been huge, I think, for them. And what playmat would they have even done? I mean, would it be Edge Champion? Would it have been Tarmogoyf? I mean, or would it have been, what else was in there? Twin? Was Twin or Twin in there?
I'd like to have seen
Well,
Vendilion
they wouldn't
Foot.
do Noble Hierarch because it was the GP Charlotte mat. There's not been a Tarmogoyf mat for a very long time.
New Art V-Click would have been nice.
It would have. I think it should have been Tribal Flames, personally.
I am sure you feel that it should have been
No,
Tribal
it
Flames.
should not have been Tribal Flames. But no, I mean, some modern play match would be good. It's been a while.
Absolutely.
I think the art from the new Serum Visions have been a beautiful play mat.
Yeah.
I feel like it would lose some of its coolness without the shiny metal.
That is true.
Foil playmat.
I would like to see a reprinted Serum Powder. Fire
Did
Axe
TJ go
would
down
have
to
been
6?
nice.
Yes, TJ went down
Fire
to 6.
Axe. Tigger Tux. Fire Deck. What do you mean Fire Deck? Do you want to see Mono Red Burn? I don't know if any topped Tigger.
We'll have to...
Do you know? Let's look real quick.
Torn one Thopter for Troy.
I don't believe any top. Now this start is a lot better for Troy. Not having the Dark Steel turn 1, but having it turn 2.
Does he have the Insult to throw on? No. Or does he wait to put it on the...
Well, I don't know that he should have waited to put it on.
I don't know if he has it. I was just wondering if you...
I think it's just a case of it's not in his hand. Possibly holding back a Shrapnel Blast.
Which is a great card.
Yeah, Shrapnel Blast is big. So, his mana-based situation is already much better than it was.
And he's equipping and I'm sure swinging.
Yeah, so he'll get in the air, quick damage.
Like, is it +2 or +1?
Jumanji, go yell at them and tell them to record on dice.
That is 19, correct? Does Ghost Fire give him +2 or +1?
It's supposed to be
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get back so we can see the stream here. There, okay, he updated it. I'll bring that up because this is a card I always have to ask about. I don't know why. But
Also,
there is the Ghost Fireblade.
The Ugin's Nexus one is beautiful. if you haven't seen that one compared to the regular one.
Well, let me change the art.
Yeah, just barely. It's the background more so than the art. As you can see, the Yugen's Nexus on the stream there. Promos from Fate Reforged.
So live totals are going back up, and I'm going to get this out of the way here.
So
we
now
have
we
the
see
Ascendancy on board.
Ascendancy is good, but I think he would rather have seen a creature. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like having out a dragon fodder or something to at least soak up.
And there is some Thopter tokens.
Yeah, we have Whirler Rogue coming in.
So, and we have going down to 15. I mean, the Ascendancy just lets him combo off a lot quicker.
Well, it's nice to loot. I mean, loot is wonderful. And he is playing a lot of stuff that lets him loot. He does have Jace, I believe.
Looks like Troy's at 19. I missed the trigger there.
Huh? What is it?
He does have Jace.
Yeah, he has Wee Baby Jace in there. He's got Jeskai Ascendancy, so he is looking at ways to draw and get to better things. Now it looks like he's really thinking, trying to figure out what to do here. Anger would be great right now to take care of the rogues and the small Thopters, but it wouldn't take care of the Ornithopter with the Ghost Fireblade on it.
And he passes turn. Which makes me think he has at least raised the alarm in hand. Not that it helps him much here with the flyers.
I don't know that that would help. I think he may have an erase in hand.
We see the drum up top.
Looks like there's another Jeskai Ascendancy in hand, which isn't great yet. It could end up being great next turn, but getting to the turn after that is going to be the problem.
So Troy is swinging for
6,
yes,
I believe.
Yes.
So we see a lightning strike on board.
Yeah.
Loot. Discard.
And he
Choosing
takes
to discard
4.
the temple. Yep.
Oh no, he has a
And Valorous Stance, a toughness of 4. Shrapnel Blast in response.
yes,
Now he should still get to loot off the cast.
yes. So Shrapnel Blast will take him down to 10.
And do you see how beneficial those loots were there? That he was able to pull 2 lands off the top of his deck and pitch them. Being able to do that will help
And
him
then
stick
the 2
around
off
longer.
the Thopters.
I think he pulled another temple there, though.
Yes.
That's not what he wanted to see right now.
It is definitely looking like we will probably see a game 3. Unless
Yeah,
it's
Troy's down to 1 card in hand. So, it must be something pretty good to get us their next turn. What is it, Jumanji?
City Druid Temple of Giant.
I don't
yes. What's a pass? Cannot see what Troy has as he always keeps his hand pretty close.
You never know. Stream Sniper, man. Stream Snipers are real. One took out Bryce. Once upon a time. And
So
Hello Kitty.
here's my question: why would he not attach the Ghost Fireblade before swings?
It's a good question. Who knows? He may.
I think he might be trying to pop Foundry.
Yeah, he may pop Foundry. He may have Shrapnel Blast in hand. Something to
Well,
respond.
he did pass turn, so
Well, Shrapnel Blast is also an instant, though.
Yes.
So he could.
I think Foundry's 5.
Yeah, it's either 5 or 7.
It's 5.
And I think we see a disperse here.
Yes.
Loot, discard Ascendancy.
Does he have Treasure Cruise in hand?
He does, but it's going to cost 2 if he wants to go cruising.
Can he afford to do that right now? He's tapping the mana to do it. Or setting the mana aside, and he will.
So first he'll loot off of the Ascendancy.
And he got another Ascendancy.
Looks like Dragon Fodder. And he's hoping for a burn spell, I believe.
I believe that is the one that does 2 to all.
Yeah.
If I saw correctly.
Which isn't great because I believe that does 2 to all non-flying.
Yes, it does.
So that's a card I feel should come out and must not have if it is in hand.
It may not be. I just caught a quick glance.
Yeah.
There's the equip.
So do we see an erase here? Yes, we do.
Yes.
So loot off the erase.
So he still takes.
Draw and discard. He will take 3.
Yes. So we'll see what he has in hand that can help. Or if he has anything.
And that's another treasure cruise, I believe. Once again, not something he wanted to see.
I mean, would he have enough to do it and anger after? He would not. Unless he drew a land out of it.
I think you hold on here. You may go Dragon Fodder. I don't believe you go Dragon Fodder.
Yeah,
I think you wait. He has Jeskai Charm in hand, and the charm can throw back that token onto the top of the library, which instead would just exile it.
Right.
So long as Troy leaves Ghost Fireblade on that token.
And he's going to do that now.
So he main phase does that.
Just to make sure, sure Troy has negates or something available. He would have cast it.
Well, he has the mana open to negate though, so I don't see.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He knew he didn't have it, or then Soul would have happened. He would have countered the erase.
And so the loot gives him, I believe, an island. He will pain to go down to 2. And Exquisite Firecraft, I believe. No. Is that board burn? I think it's the board burn that doesn't hit flyers. And he's looking like, I didn't realize that. Whoops. So now he's in a lot tougher situation than he was. And we'll go to next game.
Yes.
So we're on game 3 now. And let's see if any more sideboarding is done by TJ here. I believe he should take out Seismic, is it Seismic Rupture? Is that the name of that one, Bryce? I believe Seismic Rupture should come out. But he looks intently through there. It looks like that's a card that is coming out.
And that's definitely what we saw.
Yeah, it deals 2 to each creature without flying, which...
It's almost a dead card.
Yeah, it is a dead card. It may have accidentally been in there.
Well, I know that when we talked about it, he played it game 1 against me. It is a one of, so he may have just not thought about it in between. Yeah. He didn't play it in game 1. So, may just be one of those things. He's like, oh well, this needs to go now. I don't know anything else he would side out.
We do have an update on Barnhart, and he is having unpleasant trips to the restroom. That is the PG version of the Barnhart text.
I'm glad you kept it PG.
I think we have
We're at 14 right now, so
Here you go, Jumanji. And this is Bryce. Bryce wants the red band update.
So I'm sure that TJ will play here, be on the play. No need for him to be on the draw, obviously. Is there any decks in Standard that you would not want to play first? I mean, I can't think of one.
I don't believe there are any. It's just too beneficial to go first, be on the play first, get that land. Possibly mono white if you. Yeah, you got Knight of the White Orchid. If you're okay with that, and have that extra land, pulled out of your deck using White Orchid.
Right.
That deck usually keeps hands afloat mana anyways. So they can go first. That still works.
And we have the same play starting out, the Scry off from TJ and Troy going with the Ornithopter into the Blade.
I believe I saw another Shivan Reef in Troy's hand.
But I mean, he doesn't play a lot of color spells, so I mean, the pains don't hurt him that much.
Well, I mean,
They do, but
Does that look like a Whirler Rogue? He does play Whirler Rogue. He does play Insult Artifact. I believe he plays Thopter Engineer, and there's the Shivan Reef. And we see Insult, so he will take one off of the pain. And we will get a Valorous Stance.
yes, that was great timing for that. And we have Troy at 19.
And once again, that's part of the problem with insulting something that's not Darksteel Citadel. It can be destroyed.
And we have TJ that pained as well.
Yep. TJ will go down to 19 after painting to cast his Ascendancy.
We'll keep an eye on Troy's totals because he
Another
did
insult by
not
Troy.
pain. He didn't mark his life on his side of the table
Do
there.
you want to let him know? Thank you very much. I think he should be at 18 after that second pain.
He didn't have to pain the first.
Yes, he did.
No, Ghost Fireblade was not. It's colorless.
But he cast Insult. And
He
this
cast
is
it
the second
twice.
Insult.
Okay. Okay, the second. I'm sorry. Correct.
Yeah, so he should be at 18. Wonderful Kinsey Jacks on that.
I'm
Thank you
sure.
very much,
I'm
Lindsay.
sure she enjoys bossing him around. So.
Can't deny that.
Be modest.
Yeah. And
We will loot. I'm not sure what this is. Is this in response? Because it would be useless. That is a Darksteel Citadel that it is on. Well, no. I guess he just wants to go face to be able to loot.
he did not have to take a pain for that, so he's back at 19.
Take it for Valor Stance Exile and destroy.
Valor Stance destroys. We could see Erase. We could see Jeskai Charm. And I think TJ is on that plan to keep looting to try to find it. Disperse. Disperse will bounce the land back to his hand and deal with it. Well, no. Oh, it's non-land permanent.
Yes.
It is still a land, and so it will bounce. the insole back.
It just makes Troy pay a life to do it
Yeah,
again.
it's short term. I mean, it's not bad. Short term solution is better than no
So did
solution at all.
he swung for that, I guess? Yes.
No,
Okay.
he had to tap it to cast it again. So now
I mean, would it not have been worth him taking the pain to cast it?
he did.
And Souls too, right?
Yeah, I think. Well, I'm not sure then. Something happened. Not sure.
Unless
what.
he didn't want to take the pain damage that he tapped for the blue.
No, he had to take pain damage.
No, because he has the...
Did the insole attack and then tap the land and then disperse the insole back? Second main.
Okay. Yeah.
Replay.
Okay.
Dodging counters. I don't know. Does TJ play counter magic?
TJ does play some counter magic. I believe he has Clash of Wills. And so we will see
Slash.
Loot. And so we'll attack for 5.
And he takes it. Down to 13.
Yeah.
Does Troy have a follow-up play? And he passes.
I'm surprised Troy doesn't equip Ghost Fireblade there unless he has a plan in hand. He could have Negate, I guess. Negate
Yeah.
would be a good card. We'll see if he does here. Loot on the cast.
Yeah, he's probably not that worried about the dragon fodder at
Yeah.
all. And he drew... TJ got Seeker of the Way right there.
Yeah, cast will trigger the prowess on the
Yeah.
tokens. We'll also get a Seeker.
Yes.
Seeker is huge for TJ. The bad part is TJ has nothing left in hand.
So Troy will go down to 9.
Yep. Rending Volley. He will Rending Volley the Seeker.
Yes.
Great sideboard card against Seeker itself. I'm a little bit surprised he brought it in because Seeker was the only card he had seen, but he did play against the deck earlier on. And so he may have, thought, hey, it's not just Seeker, there's still Fire Grandmaster. There are other cards like that.
And Troy goes down to
Seismic
7.
Rupture.
Which is great for Troy's sideboard.
Yeah. A wonderful card for Troy.
And
Pretty solid.
down to 8. This is a old-fashioned race here.
Another Dragon Fodder. Loot and Pitch.
Yeah.
Ooh. Jeskai Charm. Not the card you want to pitch right there.
I mean, he just equips and wins here, right? No, it doesn't.
No,
They don't have
it's
flying. They
not
don't have flying.
But
Does Troy have an answer? Does he have another Seismic Rupture?
Troy's going to Pain 2 here.
What does he have that's double
Whirler
red?
Rogue. Yeah, looks like he's going to pay 4 for the Whirler Rogue. He feels comfortable with his board state right now. He doesn't want to risk anything. So Whirler Rogue will come in. I don't know how I feel about that there. If TJ can top deck a Treasure Cruise and get to some burn.
He doesn't have the land to. I mean, he'll see. Well,
Do you just tap Dark Souls out? Isn't that a Springleaf drop?
Yes, he does have Springleaf Drum.
Oh, they could have saved.
Yep.
I don't think he may have forgotten to get it up there.
Yeah, well, he ended up using it to equip Ghost Fireblade.
Yeah.
So let's see what TJ picks up here.
Making me nervous.
Okay, that's solid.
Yeah, I mean, it gives him the flyer next turn for sure, and mana for if he needs anything. And he passes.
I think this is
I want to know what's in TJ's hand here. TJ may have something to help him out in hand.
But what? Yeah, I mean,
So we'll see how this plays out.
oh, he just put himself in Stoke range.
Oh,
It's dangerous.
Yes. Wow, that was. I mean, if TJ has Stoke, he's just waiting for the attack, declare attacks. I'm guessing.
Yeah, right now, I mean, Troy's out of mana. He's played out. No, well, he does have card in hand, but it's not something he can cast.
What's he activating with the?
So he's talking about Whirler Rogue right now.
How do you s-
Whirler Rogue will make his creatures unable to block by tapping 2 untapped artifacts.
I'm bringing it up right now. So he only swung with the one.
What? That looks like a Jeskai Charm in hand. No, we get Wild Slash.
Well, was there no damage taken from the?
Yes, he should have went to 3. Did we wreck any cards over there with that spilled pop just now?
no. Almost.
I mean, if he would have, couldn't he have swung with the flight with that and this, and just one?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
We're still showing at 8. I don't know.
I don't like the choice of discard by TJ just now. I think TJ should have chosen to keep the monk on board.
So he's down to 2. So he was correct on that.
Yeah, and TJ
He
is
had to
going
pain.
to end up attacking here, I believe, with nothing left to do.
And Troy points out he does have the flyer.
Yeah.
So Troy.